If you've ever considered retiring in Europe, you can clearly see that there are many upsides.
Several countries on the continent offer warm weather, a high quality of life, and outstanding food. There's also a vast range of arts and cultural activities.
Let's explore 5 of these European nations that you could retire to. A couple of countries included in our list might surprise you.
Portugal is a top destination for retirees. In 2024, it ranked second in the annual Global Retirement Index. The country is known for its beautiful architecture, picturesque beaches, and mild, sunny climate. But there is another reason it's such an appealing destination.
Portugal is a relatively easy place to retire for many people. This is because English is widely spoken, and some of the paperwork here in Portugal is quite simple. For example, you can exchange a US driver's license for a Portuguese one without having to take another test. And the nation's healthcare is some of the best in the world at affordable prices.
The visa process for moving to Portugal is also relatively straightforward, with several options to choose from.
The D7 passive income visa is a popular option, sometimes known as the retirement visa. It requires a passive income of at least 820 euros per month. This income can be from pensions, rental properties, interest, dividends, or similar sources.
If you maintain legal residency in Portugal for 5 years following your visa acceptance, you can even apply for Portuguese citizenship.
An alternative is the Golden Visa, which gives you greater flexibility in terms of where you spend your time. With this visa, you only need to spend an average of 7 days a year in Portugal to maintain legal residency in the country.
This means you can explore the possibility of relocating to Portugal without having to make an immediate commitment to doing so. And again, if you maintain your legal residency, you will be eligible to apply for Portuguese citizenship after 5 years.
To apply for this visa, you need to make an investment into the country. Your options include job creation, investing in artistic and cultural heritage projects, subscribing to investment funds, and investing in scientific research projects. The investment required ranges from 200,000 euros to 500,000 euros.
Spain is another favorite for retirement. Madrid and Barcelona are particularly popular destinations, with many outstanding restaurants and a laid-back cafe culture, as well as historical landmarks and beautiful architecture to explore. These cosmopolitan cities tend to attract people from around the world to visit and even to settle.
Smaller cities in the country, such as Valencia, Seville, and Malaga, are also favorites among expat retirees, offering a more relaxed atmosphere than the major cities. Then there are the coastal towns. Think Menorca, Mallorca, and those in the Costa del Brava. They tend to appeal to people who prefer more laid-back places with a slower pace of life.
In terms of the practicalities, there are 2 main routes to make this vision a reality for non-EU citizens. They are the Spain Golden Visa and the Spain Retirement Visa, officially known as the non-lucrative visa.
If you intend to buy property in Spain, the Golden Visa could be a good option. If you buy real estate there, you're required to invest at least 500,000 euros. If you want to invest in real estate to qualify, you'll need to act fast, as the Spanish government has just announced that it plans to eliminate this option.
There are various other investment routes as well, starting at 1 million euros if you invest in stocks, shares, or bank deposits.
Or you can start a business in Spain. If you choose this option, you'll also need to invest 1 million euros. You'll have to prove that your business will create jobs and contribute to technology and innovation development. You'll also need to show that it will have a strong socio-economic impact in the country.
If you opt to invest in Spanish public debt securities, the minimum amount is 2 million euros. With the Golden Visa, there are several key benefits. For example, there's no minimum period of residence required to get a residence permit. And the visa enables you to bring qualifying family members with you.
Meanwhile, the Spain retirement visa doesn't require any kind of investment, but you do need a passive income starting from 2,400 euros per month. That's just under 29,000 euros per year.
While it may not be the first place that comes to mind when you think about retiring in Europe, Malta is also popular among the expats. The nation has large retiree communities from around the world.
As a retirement location, Malta often appeals to Brits and Americans. The fact that English is one of the country's official languages is attractive to people from these countries. It makes the process of integrating and navigating life in the country a lot easier, as there's no need to learn a new language.
And the country has good infrastructure with an impressive and affordable healthcare system, and it provides a high quality of life. The nation also has a reputation for being welcoming to immigrants with a strong sense of community and a great record for safety.
And living in Malta is fairly affordable. Its cost of living compares favorably to the US, the UK, Australia, and major EU nations.
Another advantage of retiring in Malta is that taxes are low under the retirement program.
If you're interested in Malta as a retirement destination, there are 3 ways to make it happen: the retirement program, the permanent residence program, and the Citizenship by Naturalization program.
The retirement program allows anyone over 55 to remit at least 75% of their pension to Malta in exchange for residency. To qualify, you must also have health insurance and own or lease a property in the country.
For the permanent residence program, you'd need to make a real estate investment, which varies in cost. The investment amount depends on whether you're buying or renting, as well as which part of the country the property is in.
If you intend to rent in the country, the annual lease must be at least 12,000 euros in most regions, and you must make non-refundable contribution to the government of 58,000 euros. If you're buying a property, its value should be at least 350,000 euros in most regions, and the non-refundable contribution required is 28,000 euros.
The Citizenship by Naturalization program requires more substantial investments. But if you want to become an EU citizen, this is the fastest way to achieve that goal.
Across the Mediterranean Sea is another retiree favorite. Greece ranks 7th in the international living list that we mentioned earlier.
Steeped in history and famed for its blissful islands, Greece offers several advantages for retirees.
For example, the Greek flat tax regime. Under this scheme, foreign retirees can pay just 7% per year on all foreign sourced income.
If you're keen to apply for the Greek Golden Visa via a real estate investment, you should act quickly. The minimum investment required will increase substantially for anyone who doesn't start the application process soon.
To qualify in the grace period that we are now in, you will have to start the real estate acquisition process with at least a 10% deposit by the end of September 2024. And you would have to finalize the property acquisition by December 2024.
An alternative is Greece's Financially Independent Person Visa. To qualify for this visa, you'd need a stable passive income of at least 2,000 euros per month or savings of at least 48,000 euros.
These thresholds increase by 20% if you apply with a spouse and 15% for each dependent child included in the application.
Moving east to our final retirement destination, Turkey was ranked the most affordable country to retire in Europe as recently as December 2023.
Expats need an average of just under 500 euros a month to live there, according to recent research.
Among the most common locations for retirement are Istanbul, the country's largest city, Antalya, a coastal resort city with Roman and Ottoman historical sites to explore, and Bodrum, a luxury vacation spot on the Turkish Riviera.
Healthcare is a strong point for Turkey. Good quality care is provided by both public and private.
To move to Turkey, you'll need to apply for a residence permit. There are various types, and the main requirement to apply for any of them is to prove you have adequate financial means to live in the country.
If you stay in the country for 8 years, you will be able to apply for a long-term residence permit.
If citizenship is your goal, you can apply after 5 years of legal residency. Alternatively, you can qualify through the Economic Citizenship Program.
This program requires you to invest at least 400,000 euros in the Turkish economy.
To learn more about this program or any others that we've mentioned and how you can retire in Europe, get in touch with us at globalcitizensolutions.com.